Okay, and welcome back. Today we're looking at a continuation of the Bard, jumping into the subclasses Eloquence, Glamour, and Lore. Hope you enjoy.
Spot on.
Natural segue, hello!
Yes, very natural.
Incredibly.
And we're
It's like
back.
we
Verbal
just did an
components are
intro.
Quiet.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, guys, it's been so long.
I
We're,
know.
on,
Decades.
we're right on top of
Ugh.
it. Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't bear to be away from you guys.
GTA 6 has finally been released. The
I-
year is 3874 YD.
YD?
Yep, YD. We moved on to a whole new system. We've transcended Earth. That is only written about in books now. Yep.
What's Earth?
Didn't realize Zencaster had an intergalactic connection. Bing.
Yes.
It's very intelligent of Zencaster to be doing this.
Yes.
Anyway, prolonged jokes aside, we are Verbal Components Acquired, Ego, Lewis, and Bailey. Back at it again. The squad is back.
Ugh.
Talking about the Bard archetypes.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait till we get on to Cleric. Oh boy, only one class away. Ooh.
Yay!
That is
Yay.
gonna hurt. Okay.
I will be tired after it.
I'm pretty sure I'm sleeping for 38 hours after that.
Yes.
Okay, so we are moving on to the College of Eloquence. This is one of the newer subclasses involved in the Odyssey of Theros?
Yeah, Mythical
Mythic
Odysseys of
Odyssey of
Theros.
Mythical.
Yeah.
Fuck.
These bards wield a blend of logic and theatrical wordplay, winning over skeptics and detractors with logical arguments and plucking at heartstrings to appeal to the emotions of audiences. I didn't read that before. Ben Shapiro.
What?
It's fine.
Ben Shapiro is an eloquence bard.
Winning
Okay.
over skeptics and detractors with logical arguments.
Right.
Logic.
Okay.
Destroying
Yeah.
feminism with facts and logic. That's what the eloquence bard does.
Oh, God. So, for third level, their first ability is Silver Tongue. You are a master at saying the right thing at the right time. When you make a charisma persuasion or charisma deception check, you can treat you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Oh
that.
my god.
Ooh.
Can you guys hear the thunder? That is the sky shouting.
Can you hear the thunder?
This is a good ability.
It is.
Thunder.
Thor has been awoken.
Thunder.
Danger, danger!
Perfect.
Oh my goodness. I
Yeah.
like this. This is a solid third level ability.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a more limited, reliable talent that the rogues get that we'll look at later. But it's very nice. It means that you're always going to do pretty good on the things that you want to do.
Pretty good. You're going to do fantastic.
Well, you
are
might
going to be
you might not
bloody
be
good.
you might have chosen not to have proficiency in persuasion or deception and to only have a +2 modifier in charisma.
Still, you can't roll lower than a 12.
It's true.
No, you can't roll lower than a 13 because Jack of all trades.
This is true.
Oh, yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Facts
baby.
and logic.
So
Yes.
even with a +2 charisma and no proficiency bonus, you're still going to be doing better than the wizard with -1 charisma 90% of the time.
Citation needed.
I'd have to do some maths to provide a citation, but
Well, we're not going to
Yeah.
provide the citation. They can just provide it in their own heads.
insert citation here.
Yes. Yeah. This is
I think the
solid
sky
ability.
is falling, guys. I'm
Nah.
genuinely
Shut up, Chicken Little.
terrified. No, like genuinely, there's thunder going on.
A Chicken
And it's
Little
loud.
reference. My God.
How far have we fallen? About as far as the sky's about to fall. Jesus
Oh.
Christ, it's not looking good. Remember how I
Oh,
told
my
you
curtains.
about? Remember how I told you guys about the Mayan calendar? Wait, I didn't tell you, Lewis. I told Bailey. An alternate reading of
It's
the
been
Mayan
read 8
calendar.
years early.
Yeah,
I think I've
because
seen
of
that.
the Julian versus Ethiopian calendar.
Yeah.
And I think the end of all is happening now. The sky is falling slowly. Because I've not heard
It
this
is.
much thunder in my lifetime.
Ooh. Or maybe we're in like Hunger Games. Ever think about that? Maybe the
I don't
sky's
like that thought.
the shield around Earth beginning to fall in.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Solid ability for the Eloquent Bard. I do wonder, however, is it a tad bit powerful?
Okay. That is a good question.
Because
I mean, going on to like comparing it to something we haven't looked at yet, but I think one of the rogue subclasses has a similar thing. But instead of setting it to a 10, they set it to an 8 or something. So
Is
that
it
it's not quite as high.
Is it the detective?
I think it might be. The
defective detective.
like the master something.
Mastermind.
Mastermind.
Is it the mastermind? Might be. Yeah. I think maybe because having an instant 10 in all persuasion and deception checks by level 3, and then plus your modifier, that could be pretty powerful.
Yeah, considering the closest ability to that is that of the rogue, that reliable talent, and that doesn't happen until level 11. I understand the ability is a bit more limited, but still, deception and persuasion checks are going to be half of your ability checks as a bard.
Yeah.
It's
They
a
really
little
are.
bit.
I mean, by
Seems
level
a little
3,
bit powerful.
yeah, you could reasonably have a +7 to either of those with your +3 charisma, +2 proficiency, and then an extra +2 from expertise. So that's a minimum roll of 17 on persuasion or deception by level 3.
Honestly, it's nutty.
It is.
Considering the creatures you're going to be facing, they're not going to be very good at insight usually. Like,
Yeah.
the kind of NPCs you're going to be facing, they're probably also going to have proficiency of +2. Their insight might be a +4 at best.
Yeah. I feel like this is a very fun ability. It's very thematic. But maybe there should be like it's instead treat any roll of a 7 or lower as an 8. And then when you hit like, I don't know, some higher level, can't think of a level, then it becomes any roll of 9 or lower gets set to a 10.
I mean, you could have it be the next or the one after ability for the archetype.
Yeah.
So 6 for 10th level.
Yeah.
But the ability is pretty solid, and if I'm building my Necromancer bard, I think that would be the archetype. That ability would be one I'd consider.
Okay.
Just because I like to roll charismas. And having the Necromancer be able to convince everyone that what he's doing isn't actually malicious or evil sounds like a neat ability.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. I don't know why you guys are sounding so muted about it.
I think it's great. I just think that maybe setting all rolls to a 10 at 3rd level is a bit powerful. Maybe lower it a bit.
Oh, it's incredibly powerful.
That is my
so I'm like,
thought process.
God, how did this get past him?
Yeah. I think I love it, but it maybe needs to be nerfed a little bit.
Just a little bit of nerfing doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Next level!
No. Well, no. How dare you? Same level.
Oh, same level. I haven't read the Eloquence, but I'm learning alongside doing it.
Tut tut. At 3rd level, for the College of Eloquence, you get Unsettling Words. You can spin words laced with magic that unsettle a creature and cause it to doubt itself. As a bonus action, you expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration and choose 1 creature you can see within 60 feet of you. Roll the Bardic Inspiration die. the creature must subtract a number rolled from the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn.
Ooh.
I think this is really, really good paired with some form of AoE mage.
Yeah, that's true.
Since it's a saving throw specifically, like, dex saves or con saves.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it says only saving throw kind of specifies it.
Well, I think the point of this ability, given that it's a bonus action and it's until the start of your next turn, you're supposed to use your bonus action to do this, and then use your action to cast a saving throw spell on them.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
it. But
It's supposed to, like,
I
ruin
like
their
this
day.
ability.
It's pretty nice.
That could be really good for any bard with a spell like Suggestion, or any spell that you need them to fail this one saving throw and it has a really strong effect, like Feeble Mind or Plane Shift.
Yeah.
Something where the one saving throw really screws them over. Or something like
Yeah.
Stone Skin, where you can just do it a few times and make them really, really suffer.
Nice. Yeah. I think with your Bardic Inspiration die starting off at a D6 and eventually going up to a D12,
It could be really powerful.
yeah, you could roll a 1, which, wouldn't be great, but it could help. Alternatively, even at this level, you could roll a 6. Having a -6 to their saving throw is pretty devastating at 3rd level. It's very nice.
I'm kind of surprised both of these abilities are 3rd level, because both of them are quite powerful. It's kind of sounding like it needs a little bit more nerfing now.
Nah. I don't think this one is too... It's powerful, but I don't think it really needs nerfing, because
No, the ability
uses your
itself
Bardic Inspiration.
doesn't. But combined with the Silver Tongue ability, just both of them at the same level, not sure how I feel about that. Perhaps moving Silver Tongue up to 6th level?
Ooh. Well, 6th level is already pretty jam-packed.
Oh, right. I haven't read it. Are there 2 abilities
No.
for 6th level as well?
There are.
For God's sake. Okay, let's get to it. 6th level.
Okay, scrolling down. 6th level, you get Unfailing Inspiration. Your inspiring words are so persuasive that others are driven to succeed. When a creature adds one of your Bardic Inspiration dice to its ability check, attack roll, saving throw, and the roll fails, the creature can keep the Bardic Inspiration die.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Yeah, use tactfully.
That is juicy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Because how many times can you... Is there a rule on how many times you can activate Bardic Inspiration?
What do you mean?
Because, say,
creature can
if
only
a
hold-
fighter has, 4 attacks,
Yeah.
misses the first 2, does that... And they use the Bardic die on the first 2, does that mean that they can use it on the 3rd? Or are you assuming that you can reuse it?
When a creature adds... that's a good question. I'd have to look at the core bard here real quick.
Because I've had a look. I don't believe there's any activation. It's just out of, you just say, okay, I want to use it. There isn't any, reaction or bonus action. It doesn't say that you can only use it once per turn.
No. So you
I
can
think
just, attack, still fails, attack, fails, attack. And that time it might succeed, but you can try to add the Bardic Inspiration to each of those.
Of course, you'd have to have terrible luck. But it's just increasing the longevity of your Bardic Inspiration die, which I love.
Yeah.
This is good. I like it.
Yeah. Well, it means that the Bardic Inspiration die is guaranteed to help, because any time that it doesn't roll high enough to turn that fail into a success, then it's not wasted, and it only gets used on a time where it allows a success. Because if you're probably not going to use it on a roll that's already pretty good. So it's almost exclusively being used to turn fails into successes.
Yeah.
Oh, I would like to go back to the core bot for a moment. The Bardic Inspiration die, you can only use it if you don't know the outcome. Is that correct? Or am I thinking of a different ability?
I think
Yes,
so,
that's
yeah.
correct.
Yeah. So ultimately, solid ability. I like it. Good level position as well. I expect an ability of this level at 6th level, because, well, it's better than Counter Charm.
This is true.
It is.
Superior to Counter Charm.
Isn't everything?
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Okay, moving on to universal speech. At 6th level, you have gained the ability to make your speech intelligible to any creature. As an action, choose one or more creatures within 60 feet of you, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of one creature. Chosen creatures can magically understand you, regardless of the language you speak, for 1 hour. Once you use the feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a spell slot to use it again.
Oh,
Diplomat. Lovely.
Yeah.
I do like that ability.
It has uses in and out of combat, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because out of combat,
Considering-
obviously.
In combat, Davriel style, try to diplomacy out of fighting.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's very good for a diplomat. You don't have to worry about language barriers. But also, a lot of bardic abilities require that the creature understands you or can hear you. And having, like, fighting beasts, the issue with that is they can't understand you. This ability instantly, well, with the use of an action, means that now the bard has greater versatility, drink again, for fights against beasts and the like.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really fun ability. Once again, better than Counter Charm.
Much better.
But I don't like how it has the expend the spell slot to use it again ability.
You don't? I think that's great.
Yeah.
I don't like the ability. And I've seen it before as well. It seems like with the proficiency bonus, that being randomly shoved in places it shouldn't be, this is also being inserted into some new areas. I've seen it on the Artificer, and I see it now.
Okay. I feel like it makes
Not
sense
like
here.
it.
I feel like it's you channeling your bardic magic to push this ability further. You get to use it once a day for free because you're a bard, but then you're expending some of your bardic innate magics to further this ability and try it again. Because it feels like it is kind of a spell-like effect.
See, this is my thing. My logic is if you can use a spell slot to gain it, you might as well just turn the ability into a spell and add it to the spell list.
I don't agree with that. I think it's so the fact that you can use it once per long rest, that's nice. But it's with the uses that we've already been able to say, I think it's versatile enough that you're really failing it if you're not able to use it more than once per long rest. So I don't believe that there should be a restriction on only spells can use spell slots. I don't
No.
agree with that. I think it's a nice thing for only the College of Eloquence to have. I think it really fits with them.
See, but I don't see why this couldn't be a general bard only spell. This makes a lot of sense for not just College of Eloquence, but other bard colleges to have as well. It could very
Well, you could
easily
say
be
that
made
about
into...
a lot of abilities.
Yeah, you can, but you don't. And this ability in particular, it's nice, but the Eloquence bard has already a lot going for it, and this could have been made into a spell, and I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's fitting. The eloquence being a bard that focuses on vocalizing their abilities instead of doing musical things or interpretive dances or anything. I feel like it makes a lot of sense to go with this specific subclass.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense in that light. I can see that. But at the same time, comprehend languages is a thing, tongues is a thing. This just sounds like a lesser tongs, really.
It's actually a greater tongues.
Greater tongs. I haven't read the tongs spell in a while.
Yeah, because this allows creatures, I think, even if they don't speak a language, they can understand you. Whereas spells like tongues and comprehend languages require a language to already be there.
Fair enough. Point still stands. Could have been a spell. Wasn't.
Okay.
Next level.
Next level. Moving on to
Yeah.
14th level, Infectious Inspiration. When you successfully inspire someone, the power of your eloquence can now spread to someone else. When a creature within 60 feet of you adds one of your Bardic Inspiration die to its ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, and the roll succeeds, you can use your reaction to encourage a different creature, or within yourself, that can hear you within 60 feet of you, giving it a Bardic Inspiration die without expending any of your Bardic Inspiration uses. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. 10 inspirations.
Yeah.
You already have your 6th level, which means that, like, if your dice doesn't succeed, they keep it.
Yeah.
This just adds on to that. It's a pile-on. It's
Yeah.
it's a teenage sexual awakening. It's a complete pile-on. It's amazing.
Wow.
It
That
is.
imagery is just
I
wow.
was thinking more of a. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. This ability, it is amazing. I love it. I feel like the Eloquence Bard really focuses on the Bardic Inspiration, which is nice.
It does.
It essentially rewards good positioning and using your reaction by letting you double the number of Bardic Inspiration die per day. What more do you want with your life?
Not really double, because you don't
Assuming
get this
you're
ability back
using them.
until. Because you're not getting this back until a long rest, and Bardic
That's
Inspiration
true,
die you
yeah.
get back on a short rest. So
Yeah.
it's a neat ability, but not as powerful as you might assume at first glance. I like it the way it is, and personally, solid ability. Now,
Yeah.
please don't tell me there's another 14th level ability.
There are 3 more 14th level ability. No, there's not.
Okay. That is a solid way to... Wait, is this the last ability? Or is there another one?
This is the last one in the Bard of Eloquence.
Okay. Solid finisher. Very flashy. I like it.
Yeah. I think it's really good.
I can hear someone smoothing something. I don't know what's happening.
No, that was me moving around.
Nice.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's also now raining along with the thunder, which is fun.
Shall we have another 30-second silence for the rain?
I think it's atmospheric.
Okay.
Also, I'm not sure if it would quite cut it out. Especially
It might do, in bits.
Given the unexpected thunder. I don't think
I'm not talking about the thunder, I mean the constant rain.
Yeah,
we
but
can
I don't think
work
we
with
could
that.
get a solid 30-second silence
Okay.
with this thunder happening every now and again.
As though on point, the thunder replies to you, Bailey. I heard
Yes.
the sky shout out, yeah, no, I'm in this.
Yeah,
Let
fam.
me in.
Thor himself shouting from the heavens. Yeah, fam.
Thor wants to be on this podcast. This is how popular we are, guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
Could we get Thor as a guest appearance?
maybe.
Mm,
Actually,
Imagine
we've
if
had
we-
our 2 comments, haven't we? We're getting famous.
we are. We had 2 whole comments.
Actually, one of them's been deleted now.
Wait,
so
what?
who knows if we'll ever find them.
Down to
It's
one
been
comment.
deleted. Interesting.
Whose was
Okay.
deleted?
Back to the podcast.
Yes,
My god, this thunder and rain is getting really loud.
it is.
Shit.
It's beautiful.
Eloquence Bard summary. I like it. It's a bit powerful.
Yeah.
I feel personally it's a bit powerful. But maybe that's to
Some
make up
things
for
probably need nothing.
the Bard
Yeah.
core class not having that much power in battle. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
I like
I
it,
think it's
and
solid.
I'd consider it for building my Necromancer Bard.
The highest
That's
honor.
that is really what I'm rating these at. Which archetype is going to be the best for my Necromancer Bard? Alrighty. Next up,
Okay,
what do we have?
moving on to the College of Glamour.
Ooh,
Oh,
the
got a
gay
lot of
one.
reading.
Yeah. College of Glamour has a lot of reading.
Okay, first up, Mantle of Inspiration. When you join the College of Glamour at 3rd level, you gain the ability to weave a song of fey magic that imbues your allies with vigor and speed. As a bonus action, you expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration to grant yourself a wondrous appearance. When you do so, choose a number of creatures you can see and that can see you within 60 feet of you, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. Each of them gains temporary hit points. When a creature gains these temporary hit points, it can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. The number of temporary hit points increases when you reach certain levels in this class, increasing to 8 at 5th level, 11 at 10th level, and 14 at 15th level.
Okay.
Solid.
It is solid. My only complaint would be that the amount of temporary hit points is fairly arbitrary. Those are just numbers. I feel like
Yeah, it feels a bit like they
throwing in
threw
some.
dots at a dartboard and decided lowest to highest.
Yeah.
That's what they
I
got.
feel like throwing in some charisma modifier or maybe proficiency bonus or I don't know.
This would
I
be a
get
good place
that.
to shove that proficiency bonus in.
Yeah.
God damn. Missing opportunities, wizards here.
Yeah.
And instead we shove it into the genie warlock for no reason.
Still hung up on that.
Yep.
I am always hung up on stuff. Don't worry about it.
Nice. Yeah. I think, bonus action. Pretty
Yes.
nice. Number of
Feeds off of
creatures
bardic
equal to charisma
inspiration.
modifier. Yeah.
That's good.
Everyone gets temporary hit points. Pretty nice. But I think the more important bit of this ability is immediately
The
move
reaction.
using its reaction up to its speed without opportunity attacks against it.
Yeah.
That
Like for
is
monks
juicy.
and rogues that are very get in, get out,
Yeah.
like if one of them's in a tight spot, this is great.
Yeah.
This would have been
just
useful
wondering.
for the fight at the bandit camp where Satosu was knocked unconscious.
Ooh.
Having him be able
This-
to outspeed the bandits and run away would have been pretty
Nah.
juicy.
That's not his
Of course
life.
not. You're just gonna sit there and tank.
Yeah. I'm just trying to reread it. And I think you can include yourself in this. The requirement is that the creatures, you must be able to see them, and they must be able to see you. Well, if I put my hand out, I can see myself, and myself can see me. I am within 60 feet of myself usually, unless I have been fireballed. Yeah, I don't think there's other requirements, so I think you can affect yourself with this as well.
I do think the hold your hand out, I can see you, myself can see me.
Yeah.
That sounds like it'd be up to the DM.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't not allow it, but I myself wouldn't use visibility like this usually.
No.
It
I don't
feels
think
more
I would.
thematic to have everyone else benefit from it and you yourself being the inspiration. You wouldn't be inspired by yourself.
I think you can be. I mean, not mechanically, but, contextually. I think if I assumed a wondrous appearance, I'd feel pretty self-confident and inspired. Just
Would
saying.
you?
Okay, true.
I would.
But I wouldn't use the ability like this.
No.
Oh, God.
Well, what?
Oh, I'm tired.
Sounds
What's
like
up
a you
next?
problem, fam. Dab. Are
Right.
dabs still a thing?
I
Did
mean,
you just say dab instead of dabbing? Because
Well, we're
have
on a
no video.
podcast. How are they going to know that I dabbed?
asterisk, dab, asterisk.
Well, sorry.
Oof.
Come on,
That
Lux.
hurts me in my chest.
Nice.
My soul is reaped from my body. It is screaming and calling
Wow.
out to the heavens.
For the next Glamour Bard ability, What is it, Lewis?
Okay. Enthralling performance.
Nice.
Starting at 3rd level, you charge your performance with seductive Fey magic. If you perform for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to inspire wonder in your audience by singing, reciting a poem, or dancing. At the end of the performance, choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet of you who watched and listened to all of it, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be charmed by you. While charmed in this way, the target idolizes you. It speaks glowingly of you to anyone who talks to it, and hinders anyone who opposes you, although avoid violence unless it was already inclined to fight on your behalf. This effect ends on a target after 1 hour if it takes any damage if you attack it, or if it witnesses you attacking or damaging any of its allies. If a target succeeds on its saving throw, the target has no hint that you try to charm it. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Get half a town to simp for you. Lovely.
Yeah.
Juicy
Oh my
ability. I don't like how it only lasts an hour, but it makes sense to only last an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you target the correct people, if you target the bar person, maybe a few promotional people, or like influential people you really want to get near to,
Yeah.
them speaking highly of you, great.
Yeah.
It is going to be
Like,
juicy.
they love you.
And there is no
Yes.
detriment to it failing either.
No, yeah.
Although, it does kind of support the stereotype of bards being very, how do I put it? Sexually
Ooh.
active.
I wouldn't put it like that. Like, if you saw an amazing singer, like, and for whatever reason you were somehow compelled to speak about them, you wouldn't say, like, oh my god, they were sexually fantastic. You'd say, they are a fantastic singer. I love them. You've got to see them.
I think it could be used nefariously, but
It could very easily... I'm not saying that's how the ability is supposed to be read. I'm just saying it's the most... No bard ability by default gives them seductive abilities. That is down to the bards having just good charisma skill modifiers. Usually, they have to do the charming themselves. This can charm someone for them magically.
The thing is, normally they aren't being charmed magically. They're being charmed socially. This is magical charming, which it will come into play after in at 6th level. The difference is very profound in this class.
Okay, go on. 6th level abilities. What a nice segue, by the way.
Yeah. 6th level, Mantle of Majesty. At 6th level, you've gained the ability to cloak yourself in Fey magic that makes others want to serve you. As a bonus action, you cast Command without expending a spell slot when you take on an appearance of an unearthly beauty for 1 minute or until your concentration ends, as if you were concentrating on a spell. During this time, you can cast Command as a bonus action on each of your turns without expending a spell slot. Any creature charmed by you automatically fails its saving throw against a command you cast with this feature. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. You see what I mean?
Oh,
it is fantastic.
that is nice.
Yeah. So you can put on a great show, and then as soon as you're finished, people are loving you, people are magically charmed by you. You become an unearthly beauty and they do whatever you say.
Yeah.
Which is why it was chosen for Guinevere.
Amazing synergy with the previous ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, once again, it gives more opportunities for the bots to seduce.
One track mind. You have many tracks that you are staying on.
Yeah.
One track mind.
At least I get things done. That's a lie. I don't.
Yeah. I think Mantle of Majesty, I would be concerned that it's OP because you get to cast Command 10 times. But looking at the command spell, it's not OP because Command is a one-word command that they do on their next turn, and then that's the end of the spell. So it's quite nice in the sense that you're not getting full control over 10 different people for ages. You could just be having them do small things, obeying your commands on kind of minor tasks for 1 minute, or to do something more humorous and have them all dance, or do something a bit more out of the reach of the enthralling performance.
Yeah. Also, enthralling performance will still last for like an hour afterwards.
Yeah.
So, really, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong, can you? Can still use the effects of the charm to have advantage on charisma checks against them. Oh god, so
Yeah.
good. So good. Also, if they're charmed, they can't attack you, so you can instigate a bar fight and have no one touch you.
This is true. This combination of abilities I really like because it
Yeah.
encourages non-combat solutions to problems. It really does encourage you to not enter into a fight, because then that would end the enthralling performance stuff if anyone gets hit or sees violence.
Yeah. A lot of
Alternatively, you can
diplomats.
screw that and start a fight anyway. You could just gain an advantage because they can't attack you for the first turn.
Screw that. Make everyone love you. Make everyone simp after you.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
See, you're saying make everyone simp for you, and then you're telling me I'm single track. I've got a single track mind for talking about seduction all the time. You're the one constantly bringing it up.
Simping isn't necessarily seduction. It's just one-sided adoration.
Yes.
Get your words right.
Do you know what simp stands for?
Grab a dictionary, Igor.
Do you know what simp stands for?
Simpleton, possibly. I don't know.
No, it's not simpleton.
Squirrels in my pants. Actually,
I was going to make that reference, but goddamn, cut my thunder.
Nice.
Sorry, stole my thunder. Fuck.
Cut my thunder. Wow.
I was thinking of something else. Never mind. Point is, let's move on. 14th level.
Yeah.
What does it have?
14th level, Unbreakable Majesty. At 14th level, your appearance permanently gains an otherworldly aspect that makes you more lovely and fierce. In addition, as a bonus action, you can assume a magically majestic presence for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated. For the duration, whenever any creature tries to attack you for the first time on a turn, the attacker must make a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failed save, they can't attack you on this turn, and it must choose a new target for its attack, or the attack is wasted. On a successful save, it can attack you on this turn, but it has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against your spells on the next turn. Once you assume this majestic presence, you can't do so until you finish a short or long rest.
Oh. Okay.
Permanent
that's
Sanctuary.
good.
Yeah. And it's even better than Sanctuary, because if they do succeed, they still get punished for it.
Yeah.
It's also a
They
better
have
sanctuary
disadvantage
because
on next save.
it's a charisma save instead of a wisdom save.
This is true. A lot
Yeah.
more creatures are going to be having an issue with that.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I like how at the very beginning it just says you look better.
Yeah. And I like
I
how it says
feel-
fierce.
Yeah.
Like,
They didn't go with like the you're a, I don't know, a thing to be admired. They instead went with the you are a force of passion. That's an interesting
Yeah.
perspective.
You're not a porcelain doll, you're
Yeah.
an Amazonian warrior.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
I like this ability.
Yeah.
I think I liked
Agreed.
all of these abilities. I think they're all
Yeah.
solid.
Very well synergized.
Yeah. Oh, just layers of power.
Layers.
Layers.
Just like an ogre.
I wasn't gonna say it.
But once again, let's compare it back. Is this more powerful than the Eloquence bot? Or is it less powerful?
Depends how you're
Situationally more
using it.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the Eloquence bot does the whole talking with people a bit better because of that first ability, Silver Tongue.
Yeah.
It
And
definitely
also,
gets to people more, but it's just
Yeah.
not. But it's not quite as magical.
this is
I
true.
feel eloquence is more POV. You are in the Pentagon and you have to debate your side. It's like you have to kind of work for it in a way.
Yeah.
Whereas glamour is you can literally roll up into a town and everyone will love you. It's different strokes for different folks, really.
Yeah, glamour is flashier
is.
and more magic focused. I'd say. It mentioned
Yeah.
Fae a lot. Fae magic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
depends
Feel like
what
the
kind of bod you're after.
Yeah. The eloquence is more like a one-on-one talking to people, or giving a speech and kind of winning them to your side. This is more of a mass charm. Everyone just likes you, which is pretty much what Lewis said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like glamour.
Would you say this subclass needs nerfing?
No, I don't think it needs nerfing. I think my only change would be that number of temporary hit points in Mantle of Inspiration, just because it feels like an arbitrary number. But
Yeah, that's
I don't like arbitrary numbers. I want flexibility. But
Fair
otherwise,
enough.
very nice.
Yeah.
Lore.
Okay. Moving on to lore. Nerds of the spellcasting bardic world. At third level, firstly, they get bonus proficiencies. When you join the College of Lore at third level, you gain proficiency with three skills of your choice. Gravy. Cool.
It's nice.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
I would
It makes sense.
personally allow players, when they choose proficiencies, to swap out one proficiency for a tool proficiency or maybe a language proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that makes it a bit more flexible. But
Bit
other
more
than that,
thematic as well.
Yeah,
yeah, a
I
bit
feel
more
like that
thematic
makes
as well.
sense.
But other than that, seems pretty solid.
Yeah.
Don't see why not.
Okay. Moving on to cutting words. Also at third level, you learn how to use your wit to distract, confuse, and otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. When a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a damage roll, you can use your reaction to expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration, rolling a Bardic Inspiration die and subtracting the number rolled from the creature's roll. You can choose to use this feature after the creature makes its roll, but before the DM determines whether or not the attack roll or ability check succeeds or fails, or before the creature deals its damage. The creature is immune if it can't hear you, or if it's immune to being charmed. Bailey.
Yes.
Your mum.
Minus a d12 to my next to my attack roll there.
I like this ability a lot.
Your sword
because
is worse.
it does the exact same thing previous subclasses did. It builds on the Bardic Inspiration,
Yeah.
which is just juicy. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I like it. I don't know. The College of Law. I feel like they tried to go with two slightly different things here. Because the College of Law sounds like it should be kind of the more educated, astute bard, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But then in the description, they also mention they're also talking about kind of the traditional ye olde jester or fool, who is supposed to be the role of the jester or fool would have been to counter the reigning monarch. They were the one who, through performance, could disagree with power, and that was kind of their role, to keep power in check. This kind of mentions that this is what it's supposed to do, but I feel like that doesn't really fit with the idea of law. Either this is kind of weirdly named, or to me, cutting words doesn't quite fit in.
I see what you mean. I feel in this case it's more poor naming, because
Okay.
if they're going for the jester-esque bard, cutting words makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Additionally, it's important to note this is the first subclass in the player handbook, This
It
is
is.
the bard that wants to add more bards to your bard,
Yeah.
and
Well, I feel
cutting
like
words
maybe
does
Glamour kind
essentially
of did
that.
that.
Glamour kind of did that, but Glamour came out far later,
Yeah.
and also it has a bit of a Fey theme, which isn't seen throughout the entirety of the class.
Yeah.
So really, lore is the bard with more bard and a bard.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really like cutting words as an ability. I just feel like the theme of this
Juicy.
subclass, they kind of went with two different things and it wouldn't fit into one, but it fits into the other.
Igor,
What up?
your face.
Oof! Oof, I wasn't expecting that. Alright, level 6, let's move on. Before I get horribly roasted some more.
Your worst at deck saves.
Alright, additional
Okay.
magical secrets. At 6th level, you learn 2 spells of your choice from any class. A spell you choose must be a level you can cast, as shown on the bard table, or a cantrip. The chosen spells count as bard spells for you, but don't count against the number of bard spells you know.
Yeah, just magical secrets. They add a thing before more bard in your bard. Just
Yeah.
stick it in. Whatever.
This
Also
is.
fits thematically because College of Law, even though we've got the Jester beforehand, it's kind of fractured in a way that it's also kind
Yeah.
of bard, as in going around wanting to learn things. So,
Yeah.
you've picked up a few wizard spells, a few druid spells.
It kind of makes sense for the Jester to have extra magical secrets, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking back to playing card logic, so it might not be 100% accurate, but the Joker card in a fair few games is the strongest card because it can be used to replace other cards.
This is
Additional
true.
magical secrets allows this Jester Bard to do a bit more of that.
Yeah.
Also, it means you can grab Animate Death that much quicker, and it leaves you open space for a Fireball and a counterspell as well.
Counterspell. Yes.
Or Crusader's Mantle, which
Ooh.
Igor, you and your want to have a horde. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That is true. Crusader's Mantle on a bunch of zombies and skeletons. Ooh, juicy.
Crusader's
Yes.
Mantle, by the way, adds a 1d4 to everyone's attack within 30 feet of you.
Is it
Think
attack
it is,
roll
yeah.
or damage roll?
Damage roll, I believe.
Oh, that's not
it's
so
just
good
stacking, like it's okay-ish on a party, but if you've got a proper summoner's horde,
Yeah.
ugh.
Like we
Imagine
have
a druid
on
with a full army of
Bailey's
squirrels or
Dungeon.
whatever.
Bailey's Dungeon.
Yeah.
We have
Uh,
Joffred, the NPC, a bunch of zombies and skeletons running around,
Yep.
and we also have whatever the hell Cassans summons.
The absurd summoning capabilities of Gassan's and Wolf if he chooses. Yeah.
Yeah.
But additional magical secrets. Again, I'm complaining about names here, but I find it weird that it's called additional magical secrets when you get it before normal magical secrets.
I think it's because if you read the Bard in the order it was written, the archetypes come at the end. So you would have read that you get magical secrets at 10th level, and then later you'd read the lore gets additional magical secrets.
Yeah. It just seems weird on the character sheet to say, okay, I've just unlocked additional magical secrets, and then later I'm going to unlock my first magical secrets. Seems weird.
I see that.
But I love the ability. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Well, what's next? What's level 14?
Level 14 is Peerless Skill. Starting at 14th level, when you make an ability check, you can expend one use of Bardic Inspiration. Roll a Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to your ability check. You can choose to do so after you roll the die for the ability check, but before the DM tells you whether or not you succeed or fail. It's basically a reactionary Bardic Inspiration die. It's with the Font of Inspiration, it's nice, but Yeah. The fact that you have to expend it is okay.
Yeah. This
I
is
think it's a bit
probably
weak.
something you're doing out of combat.
Hopefully.
I mean, does Bardic Inspiration usually specify you're not allowed to target yourself?
I think it does.
Yeah, it does.
Well then, I usually ignore that ruling as a DM,
Yeah.
and that makes visibility essentially worthless.
I would still disagree. Because the benefit of this is you're not throwing out bardic inspiration that might not be used. You're doing it as a reaction after you've rolled. So you can decide whether or not you're doing well and then choose to use it. So it's about
Fair.
preserving your inspiration in case you didn't need it.
Well, I mean, once you're level 20, you don't have to worry about preserving it. Because you get that one die back when you roll initiative.
This is true.
Assuming you've already used up all
No need
your
to
other
worry.
dice. It's just so frustrating. Help, please. Please, help.
No.
Ah! What's up next? Is that it?
Well, that is it. We have done the first 3 of the Bard.
We have.
Oh my god. We did it!
Fantastic!
Spot
Amazing, honey.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to lead us out?
Do I want to lead us out? Maybe. And that has been the first 3 in the Bardic subclasses. There are 3 more to follow in the next episode. Keep pushing on. There is hopefully not a ton more to go, but who knows how long it'll take. See you in the future.